Like and subscribe. Black people, my brothers and sisters, Hebrew Israelites, those who don't know they're Hebrew Israelites or fail or don't want to know, African Americans. Do you really think it makes a difference whether we vote Republican or Democrat? You see this picture here, Pelosi shaking Trump's hand? You see, this is a picture you're not supposed to see. 1 minute, they're not friends, they're arguing, but that's just for TV. They work for the plutocracy. They both work for the same people. We had an all Democratic government. We had the Senate, Congress, and we had a Democratic president with Clinton. And we had it with Obama. But they always find a way to keep the status quo in shape. I mean, when it was Obama, I think it was, with Biden, it was Cena and Manchin. They voted what? They voted with the Republicans. So now, Joe, I can't get anything done. Remember the filibuster? Yeah, but actually, Bernie won the primary, but Pelosi put Biden in there, and you see what we get from Biden? Absolutely nothing. We get an old guy that can't walk across the stage. And what does he do? He gives Asians a anti-racism Asian crime bill. Then what do the Asians do? They vote down, they politic against affirmative action. And once affirmative action is taken, they want to file a lawsuit saying they're being denied their rights. You see, they wanted to be temporary Caucasians. They don't understand. White supremacy means white supremacy. You have to come from Europe. And at the beginning, Polish people they weren't considered white, but they had to prove their loyalty to white supremacy. And who's those guys the English used to beat up all the time and considered them dirt? The Irish. Then when the Irish came over here, they told them they were indentured servants. They treated them like crap. But then they said, hey, if you jump on the black people and help us keep them in order, we'll make you the police and you get your white privilege card. Now, the Asians are upset because they can't get a white privilege card. They don't understand. White supremacy means white supremacy. And I don't care how much bleach you use, as long as your eyes are slanted and you're from Asia, eventually your time is going to come around. You will get your time. Well, you're already complaining about your civil rights. But now that you done knocked affirmative action out, you're going to lose those jobs too. Yeah. And then you call us stupid. But see, we gave you civil rights. You piggybacked off of our hard work to get civil rights. Yeah. And women piggybacked off of off of our fight for civil rights. Mexicans, you did the same thing. and but you and 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 to get your temporary white privilege cards, which can be taken at any time. I mean, you should have talked to the Native Americans before you picked those cards up. They would, because they had a word for it. It was called people who speak with forked tongues. Yeah. But you know, the funny thing about it is that a lot of black people, you ask the questions as to why do Asians and all these people hate us? Because what Asians and other immigrants hate us because they are told that you can't come into this country unless you hate black people. That's your ticket in. When you get here, they tell you disassociate yourself with black people. Then they put all the Asian companies, they put them in black neighborhoods. But black people, the first thing we got to do is stop going to Asian restaurants. We have to stop eating Asian food. In fact, we need a black person to open up an Asian restaurant. That's what we need, a black person to open up an Asian restaurant so we don't have to be bothered with them. And then eventually, once we get out of there, stop going to their restaurants. Then what we're going to have to do is find you black women, you're going to have to start wearing foundation, lipstick, because you don't need all that stuff caked on your face, and start wearing them afros and stop spending your money in these places where the people don't respect you. And then I saw a video where the restaurant segregated the black people from the white people, and then the black people recorded it and was complaining about it. How stupid can you be? Why are you in there spending your money? Why are you in there spending your money and then whining about it? Who knows what they did to your food anyway? If they're going to treat you with a racial bias, they're probably dropping your food on the ground and everything else and picking it up and throwing it on your plate, and you sitting in there foolishly eating it. And you want other black people to do what? Feel sorry for you? Snap out of it. You got to be smarter than that. I mean, I know not all. It seems like I'm not sure. Evidently, all black people are not Hebrew Israelites, because you can't be thinking and going into a restaurant where you know you're disliked and then expect good service or decent food. That doesn't even make sense. They probably have one set of cooks for the white folks and one set of cooks for the black folks. Ain't no telling what you all were eating. So what we have to do as black people is that we have to wake up and stop spending our money in those establishments. In fact, and I'm gonna tell you this, stop going to movies that glorify Caucasians. Because all these movies show these Caucasians with good morals and values, and we know good and well they do not have good morals and values. And we have to understand, okay, the Civil War was over with in 1865, supposedly. But hey, now they've replaced lynchings with police shooting you in the back. And if it wasn't for cell phone videos, they would get away with it. And now, when they do murder somebody, they get a lesser charge of manslaughter. Now, we know racism exists in this country. Now, some black folk actually think things are going well because they live in a segregated society and they don't experience it. That's because they're watching too much junk TV and they're not listening to what's going on, listening to YouTube and listening to such like Indisputable, African Diaspora, Nanny Sims, and other YouTube content creator that talk about social issues. That's why they don't know what's going on. I had this guy, put down the young lady who sung her version of the national anthem, Jill Scott Heron, and he said Jill Scott, and he said that he said that she disrespected America. I mean, doesn't he know that the United States of America has disrespected black people? There is nothing in a song that can compare to what they've done to us under slavery, Jim Crow law, systemic racism. I mean, this guy act like he don't know who Emmett Till is. He act like he don't know who George Floyd is. It's totally ridiculous. But anyway, the point I want to make in this video is that don't vote. Stop voting. If you're gonna vote for legislations that will benefit us, and only vote for candidates that are going to promise reparations. And reparations should be a matter of the courts. Reparations should be a matter of the courts, and it is, and we have a constitutional right to reparations. And we have to fight for it. I don't care what Republicans do or what they say or what kind of laws they say about going against reparations. It don't matter. It's a legal matter. And they have no right legislating a law that violates the Constitution. So my thing is, you see it, Pelosi shaking hands with Trump. It don't matter whether you vote Republican or Democrat. It don't make no difference. So hey, don't even get out there and vote. And then you have the boule, which are the black gatekeepers, who are going to tell you to vote for the Democrats no matter what they do to us or what they say. And then, like I say, Biden, he goes and he represents the Asians, and Asians have been attacked, and they put Asians in our community, tell them to disrespect us, to get their honorary white privilege card, and they go along with it. You would think the Japanese thought that we didn't drop the bomb on Pearl Harbor, and we're not building the gate between the United States of America and Mexico. But they don't care. I guess they think that they're going to tear down the gate if they put us down. See, they all think if they put us down, they can get a white privilege card. But they don't realize is that they're next. They're next. And the simple fact of the matter is they're being beat down now. And they fighting to see who gets beat down the less, which makes no sense. But anyway, like and subscribe. And we're wasting our time voting. Because Clinton, if you go back to one of my previous videos, you'll find out Clinton did more dirt to us than any Republican president has done. So with that, have a great day, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you all later on.